Hi, this is Bryan again, and we're into the pressing crisis of climate change, and I know there's lots of people who don't actually buy into this, but the front page of The Guardian Weekly it makes pretty grim reading. I just leave it there for a while so that you can actually catch the gravity of it. And the headline, of course, world climate now on the brink, and emissions hit record high despite recession, which is actually a little of a surprise to me, because I thought that given the gravity of the financial crisis, the recession, that there actually would have been a bit of a slowdown. But unfortunately, and I think actually the slack has been taken up by Asia, China in particular, that got up ahead of steam. And what it actually says is that greenhouse gas emissions increased by a record amount last year to the highest carbon output in history. According to unpublished estimates from the International Energy Agency, this means hopes for holding global warming to safe levels are now all but out of reach. Well, the rise means that the goal of preventing a temperature rise of more than 2 degrees Celsius, which scientists say is the threshold for potentially dangerous climate change, is likely to be just a nice utopia, according to the chief economist of the IEA. It also shows that the most serious global recession for 80 years has had only minimal effect on emissions. Well, that's really, really serious. That's really bad, and that shows the big global divide that's taken place. So while, if you like, you have this north-south scenario of poverty and wealth, but in the middle there is China, which is becoming the leading industrial nation, probably the most powerful industrial nation on the earth at the moment. And while it may not actually be the military power, but it's pretty close, obviously pretty close to that of the US, America still holds its political and military position. So there we go. I forgot to mention India. Of course, India's had a head of steam up as well. And they're doing, excuse me, exactly as they said they would. The West, in its own hypocritical way, has been lecturing the world about carbon footprints. And now the Indians are actually saying, well, you've done your share of polluting, and so now we'll do ours. And so that's the consequence. The worst ever emissions leave climate on the brink. So the actual consensus has been for a while anyway that we overshot our carrying capacity as a planet. But what they're now saying, and actually this is not a newsmaker, this is a prestigious, highly regarded newspaper. It's a paper that reports events as they unfold, and it's pretty careful in the way that it actually scrutinises and so forth and does its peer reviews, and so it's not prone to actually publishing sensational tabloid nonsense. No, this is a good newspaper, and it's telling us we're in serious trouble. Yay! So there we are. The Guardian from the 3rd to the 9th of June 2011. And that actually is now set against the backdrop of the terrible unfolding events of Japan, the nuclear disaster that's taken place there. And actually, people have said all we need is something to take place in the Pacific, and actually Japan is in the Pacific. So that's us down here in the southern hemisphere. We're all sucked into it as well. It doesn't look good, I have to say. Not good at all. And the Guardian Weekly, this week's edition, absolutely quite depressing. There they've got the capture of the Serbian general who caused so much trouble. And the Serbs not really wanting to fess up to the ethnic cleansing that they were involved with. So I think on that note, I'm going to leave it. It's not good news. It's not good news.